for press at DreamCon, which means July 26th through 28th, you can catch us in the Austin Convention Center. We'll be catching up with friends, catching up with our mutuals, hanging out with some of our favorite creators, going to press events, going to tournaments, getting to see some premieres, going to panels, going to see Deadpool and Wolverine because that drops the same weekend, as well as just seeing some of our favorites, giving them their flowers, and conducting interviews while we're there. If you're curious about last year's DreamCon or any previous con coverage we've done in the past, I highly recommend you please check out our interview playlist. That has all our previous con coverage on it, as well as all the cool sit-downs we've gotten to do. Thank you, DreamCon, once again for having us. Really looking forward to the big weekend. See y'all in Austin.
Blurred's Eye View is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blurred's Eye View for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blurs across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 blurred mystery box company. All right, we are back. Oh, Spartans in the building with Ensign Obi.
Hi,
Sparta.
What's up?
Lady Mandalore. I'm going to put you front and center because this
oh
is,
my god,
Front and center.
okay.
This is House of Dragon 101, starring Lady Mandalore. House of Black.
Yes, hello.
Let's go.
Good evening. Welcome. We all know that this is House Black. I'd like to start that off first and foremost. We do not recognize green. The only green we recognize is money. That's it.
I had to look down at my shirt. I just realized that.
Yes.
Take that shit off.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Oh no.
God.
Okay.
That's the
All
after
right.
dark stuff.
So,
I want to say, would it be a Bridget the Virgin? I think it would be.
So a long time ago, some white folk.
I need the Louise version.
And a couple black people. All right. So, real quick, this old dude had a chick. She died in birth. Then the daughter was like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna run this shit, right? Because I'm next in line, right? And then she was like, the king was like, maybe, because her brother was supposed to be the dude that's in charge, and then he didn't give it to him. And then there's a lot of plot and fuckery and incest and blue balling and not sister girling and dragons. That's the shortest version of what I can give y'all and no maybe a little bit of magic, but nah, not really. That's it.
So where did we leave off last season?
Dingo ate my baby.
Hey, yo, what is it? A wing and a thing. That's all that was left of that kid at the end of that episode.
Yeah.
So basically, the two houses split up because new girl, that's now her. All right, Rhaenyra and Alicent, they ain't friends no more because that hoe tried to play in her face, talking about her daddy, Rhaenyra's daddy, the king, said that Alicent's hoe ass kids was supposed to be the king, but that's that. Yeah. So here are my notes overall. Right here. I'll
read them off. Okay. Alicent ain't shit. Her daddy wasn't shit. Her son ain't shit. When did Alicent go from victim to villain?
Yes.
And then
that's a question for the room. I feel like Alicent was a little. We could sympathize. We could sympathize with her just a little bit.
Give me a second.
But then there was a point where like, Nadish, you on some fuckery yourself, and we don't appreciate it. So I feel like it was like a slow burn. I need y'all to. I don't know. I'm taking over a little bit.
I want you to. That's
You're good.
Yeah, no, Allison was on some fuck shit. She kind of went from being the victim in this situation to being the aggressor in all of it. She felt like who the fuck she was, and she really wasn't. She was her daddy's girl. She's still kind of her daddy's girl because she don't have the headspace to actually execute the plans that she has in her head, or at least her end goal. She's kind of just still relying on the kindness of the men in her. She a hoe. That is correct. She is not a girl's girl. Rihanna would be ashamed of her. For realsies. What was my other point? Yeah, when you start blatantly ignoring what your husband is saying on his deathbed, I'm gonna have to say that
I totally agree. Her switch went from victim to villain very quickly. Well, at least in the span of that they did on the show, it went
on the show. It took a couple of years for her to get a little bit of a spine and to do some sneak shit. I would also like to address that comment that just popped up.
Yes, we need to talk to Mr. Cleo Thomas.
I don't know how much you got of it, but your European is showing. I don't understand.
We were letting the box mac and cheese go. We want to let it go.
Not the European side.
You've been hanging out with Will.
I don't know what's going on.
We still love you, bro. We still love you.
I just don't understand. I think you're confused. I just think you're confused. I don't think you understand what you're doing with your life. You need to go to one of those little those. Ooh, let me not say that on here.
Oh, not that.
The blue box. No, we were willing to let the mac and cheese thing go. I'm like, you can doctor up some box mac and cheese. We know that. However,
I ain't let that go. Who eats box mac? As a black human being in the country of the United States, where we have an entire state that's dedicated to cheeses, why are we eating box macaroni and cheese? Cleo,
you be surprised.
I mean, that wig was wigging. That wig. I mean, I was gonna send him a message like, my guy, who's your person? I know you had that custom, didn't you? I know you got that custom. That's not sitting on the shelf somewhere.
Well, his sister probably helped him on that one.
Maybe.
Possibly. Yeah.
Wait, let me go back. I apologize. I'm going back.
Shoyo is losing it.
I want you in here. I don't understand. Okay, she orchestrated the treachery with Viserys, and we deserved the truth. Now,
all I gotta say is Shoyo is.
I will give her this as a strategist. If you're gonna take an opportunity and run with it, that was the time to do that shit. If you don't want nobody to fight with you over nothing, and you know your word is bond basically, and nobody can go against you. My man said that he wanted my baby to be the king. So what you gonna do about it? You gonna call me a liar?
Well, see, like Alyssa was saying, I got that she was being the victim in the beginning, and that went for some years. But like as they did with the show, they fast forwarded, so we don't know when the switch happened. But when they went, what was it, like 2 episodes in or 3 episodes in? I think it was
by the fourth one.
Boy, the 4. Okay,
yeah.
So some time had passed. I can't remember how much time had passed, but time had passed enough that by the time the king is on his deathbed, you start seeing the machinations behind the scenes. It's just like, okay, you're going to ignore his wishes. He's not crazy. He's not senile. He's not talking out his ass. He said the same thing he said when he was well. He wanted his daughter on the throne. He said it.
He said it.
And
he said it in the quiet. He never said it when it counted, which is some bullshit. You the king.
That point, you're right. That part.
You need to step up and be a man about it.
It was more or less he knew. It was more or less he knew that certain powers wouldn't accept it, and he was only limited, I guess.
But you're the king.
This is true.
And kill them. I'm sorry. I'm all.
I think he was. I look at it like this. He wanted her on that throne. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did he
She
say
had the head
yes?
for it.
Yeah.
But you didn't. But he's also surrounded by 3 different large groups of enemies that are just waiting for him to fall.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna, so he also got to remember he had to keep everybody happy by literally ticking off by making 2 people happy and ticking off 1, and the 1 kept on conspiring with the other 2 to take him out. You can't win.
So would you say he was saving? Was he giving her grace, not on her behalf, just saving her the trouble of taking the throne? Because
Rhaenyra was about the shit. She was with the smoke. She wanted the smoke.
That's the thing. I don't disagree. This is the thing. He knew that.
Yeah.
But he probably also knew that these other forces will never accept it.
But he also sat there and said putting his daughter on the throne would be the end of the kingdoms as we know it.
And not because of her.
Right.
You don't know your child enough to know that she's not gonna let that shit stand.
I mean,
you literally the bullshit about it is, I'm sorry, I'm getting passionate. The bullshit about it is that he raised her to be
supposed to be passionate.
I know, but I'm cursing more than I expected. If you are literally putting your daughter on this path to have this particular personality, to have a head for the game. You're teaching her about the ways of the kingdom. You're teaching her about the hierarchy system within your own castle, let alone the kingdom. You are teaching her, period. She's not going to these schools or to the septas to learn how to be a fucking lady. No, nigga, you want this girl to be like top fucking dog. You're doing everything that you should be teaching a son if you wanted a king to be in power. Yeah, no, Otto Hightower can suck a dick. But she is not supposed to be, she was not raised to be this prim and proper person. She was raised to have accountability. She was raised to have a spine. She was raised to have know-how and strategy. He had her in the smoke.
So she was Cersei without the hatred?
She was in this, huh?
So she was basically Cersei without hatred? She's basically Cersei
she was
without
Cersei without being hypnotized by her brother. Uncle maybe a little bit, but she wasn't on the struggle bus when it came to knowing that she's on business. She's not on pleasure.
Yeah. Rhaenyra was never blinded. Rhaenyra was never blinded by anything or anyone. But and this is not her. It wasn't until they took her son that she was like, you know what? Fuck it. I tried.
You and your badass kids done fucked her. I've been telling you to keep your fucking kids away from my fucking kids, and then your kid decided to eat my child. He
antagonized that boy to no end, and then when he couldn't control his own fucking dragon, and the shit went down, because you seen his face when his dragon, when he couldn't even control his dragon, and his dragon was like, "What the fuck you thought this was? This is a snack to me. I'm about to have fun."
That was on some Shao Tucker mess right there. It's like, where's my kid? So we had a problem.
Well, so
because I believe his intention was just like, I'm gonna scare the living shit out this kid. That's just what he does, not kill him. And then when the deed was done, it was like, oh.
Yo, and the whole reason why the dragon even did that shit is because boy was bitch fucking made. How are you fucking scared of the goddamn dragons? That's in your bloodline. You're not supposed to be afraid of them, ho. That's true Hightower bullshit. Sorry. I was and then you've got the real bloodline. With the Harlan bloodline, it felt to me like they were even stronger in their base. That could have been just straight up Rhaenyra teaching them to not take no shit from nobody. Because homeboy also almost, one of them lost their eye. I'm just gonna put that out there too. Whoops. Slip with a dagger.
If you haven't noticed, we're team black on over here. I don't think anyone was bored. I don't think anybody on this board is team.
No.
I don't think
I'm always.
anybody's
I will
Look, they
forever ride
just
with this.
posted that the Statue of Liberty is apparently on Team Green. Send it back.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
Oh, they put it
back
what?
to Europe with you.
Oh,
She
Oh,
said
I
I
wanna-
want to barely say anything. It's like a puppy nip. Yeah. It was defending itself. It was doing what it was like. I'm defending my writer. I'm defending myself and my master.
Not take that
However,
personally.
oh,
I do want to say, there is no way on God's green earth that the Brooklyn Bridge would be team fucking green. I will say Williamsburg.
I thought they were team black. Or maybe
No, the Manhattan Bridge
No,
is
Rocco-
team black.
Yes,
Oh,
the
okay,
Manhattan
okay.
Bridge is Team Black.
Yeah.
I didn't see the
What about
Manhattan.
the
Rockefeller is team black.
I take umbrage with that too. Rockefeller's censor is a colonizer as well. There's no way that he would be team black. Sorry. No.
Mayhem, shut up.
What about the bridge?
Not
over
Team
the
Green
water?
has Caitlin. You're not wrong, Mayhem.
Don't you pull Angel in this. Don't you pull Angel in this.
Mayhem has been firing shots for like the last 2 minutes.
No, he been
2
firing
minutes.
shots
He's
for
been
the
doing
last
it all day. What do you mean?
All night.
Well, that is also true. He has been doing it all day.
Ever since the double agent snitched him, he was like, you know what?
This is
I got
why
hands
you
for
you can't let nobody know your moves and with the napkins where you work.
That's the problem. It wasn't a napkin.
Oh,
You got
no.
you let a sativa agent get you.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah. No one disagrees because we're all team black over here.
Mm-hmm.
We know where Allison, we don't know. Well, Whoopty has an idea where she thinks she flipped at, but we know she started out victim. We know that.
Yeah.
But she didn't finish that way. She continued on and she listened to other people and she reacted in kind.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't got Rhaenyra energy. No.
Right.
Rhaenyra got Riri energy. That's what she got. Bitch better have my money.
And then some.
And my
I-
child too.
I think she flipped when she found out that Riri was fucking.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
that was when she decided, like, that's done.
Yeah,
There was
true.
no return after that.
When
And then she full on was like, oh, when as soon as she had that boy and she made her walk right after having that boy, I said, damn, you was a cold bitch for that one.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah. That was
I felt that.
I'm like, you built different.
Yeah. I was like,
You
you
built
cold
different.
for that one.
So
But
I
Rhaenyra was like, okay, say less. I got you. I'm gonna do it. Yep.
but see,
I'm gonna remember
once
this.
again- But
Ooh.
once again, she and I think Whoopty said it or Shoyo said it, but she was going to rule had they just gave her the throne and let her do what she was going to rule in her father's favor, and it was going to be ruled fair and justly. But y'all keep pressing these buttons.
I'm just trying to live. I'm just trying to live a Christ-like life over here.
Sans
I'm just
Sans
trying to
dealing
sleep
her
with my
uncle.
uncle and be done with that. I can't have my lovers. Why can't I just have my lovers?
You said Christ.
Okay, Mayhem got it. Mayhem got it. Go ahead, Mayhem. You got it. It's your
Bro,
turn.
it's like why for the panel, for the audience at home, when did it stop being fashionable to sleep with your family? West
When did
Virginia.
it stop?
We're not talking about
Stop
West
it.
Virginia or Alabama. I just have a question.
Dang.
Because
was
why
specific.
is it part of these shows consistently? At what point in history did we go, you know what?
Okay.
That's gross. We should stop fraternizing our bits. We shouldn't.
Hey,
do this.
hey, Mayhem.
Our
Hey,
base.
Mayhem. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know something. They ain't stopped, homie. You
They
just
did
don't
not
know
stop.
about it.
They didn't stop.
I was gonna be.
You know when they stopped? You know when they stopped?
I was gonna say.
They stopped when the
Why you think they still? Why you think they mad at Prince Harry? Like it was like.
Ooh,
Why you think they mad at Prince Harry and Princess Diana? Why you think they?
Oh, we got blocked in Britain.
William is mad at Harry because William used to be the hot one, and that's why.
That's true. No, that's true.
No. William's daddy's genes are starting to show. That man's hairline is LeBron James level.
Look, they always said that. They said this one acts like his daddy, and this one act like his mama. And and they didn't like that the one that act like his mama literally acts like his mama.
Just go show you one's down for the cause. If he gave up his rights to the throne, I'll marry this black girl regardless of what you think. I said that's one you can trust.
This is how we know that Paul Rudd is not problematic, because he ages like Angela Bassett.
This is true.
Wow.
This is true. Paul Rudd is timeless.
Right.
William aged like a avocado left out in the sun covered with mayonnaise. Like Jesus.
He's approaching that Clint Eastwood look.
Covered in mayonnaise. That was extra.
Oh, and cottage cheese.
Look, why does it sound like Obi saying cottage cheese? Time to eat. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So Whoopi says the Habsburg family started to lose their chins and genetics started to show a lack of branches in the family tree.
I was gonna say when a kid with a third eye showed up, and it's like maybe we shouldn't be doing we should let the branches kind of split.
They went to that same cliff the Spartans were throwing all the castaways on, and then it got yay high. And it was like maybe we should it's eye level with us now. Maybe we should stop doing this.
So yeah, I totally agree. They should have just left Rhaenyra alone.
Yep.
And when her son went there to do a job, he did the job. Job wasn't completed, but not on his end. It was just they chose not to do it. So he's like, all right, fine, and left. And his cousin, being an ass, decided, I'm gonna chase him down, and because I never did like you. You took my eye. I ain't never forgot that.
Now I'm gonna eat your dragon.
Here's the fun fact. You deserve to lose your eye because you were fucking with him then.
Yeah.
Was he the one that took the dragon or his little brother?
No, he was the one.
He was the one that took. Yeah, he was the one that took the dragon.
He's been messing with her kid.
So yeah,
all these years.
He deserved it.
Yep.
So when he lost his eye, it was just kind of like you keep bullying this kid. When he snapped back and caught you, and he caught you clean. You couldn't take that. Your ego was shot. And now you walked away with a cool ass eyepiece. So shut the hell up.
But see, the important thing was mom couldn't take that either. If she would have stood on business, like, you know what, shut the fuck up, you do, go away, it might have been different. But no, mom wanted it right there and been like, oh, I'm gonna take Rhaenyra too, I-49, and like
it went from just being kids to not knowing or knowing that your child is a bully.
That's right.
and you continued to let him do it. Continued on. You didn't act like you didn't. You didn't control your son like your son couldn't control his dragon. There it is. And now look, now you've created a war.
The smartest decision was homeboy not letting them fight in his areas. Like, y'all got problems. Take that shit over in both directions.
Oh, he really did.
Get out of here.
He sure did.
I want to give a shout out to some of the men in Rhaenyra's life. Sir Kristen Cole. Fuck you though.
Fuck that nigga.
That's the bodyguard.
Lenore. The bodyguard, yeah.
Yeah, I was paying attention.
Look, Lenore, you was smooth with that shit, my guy. I respects it. Harwin Strong.
Oh well.
Pull out game week. And then Damon, I need you.
Damon, yeah, like 3 times. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, not once. Sure. Like, no misfire, huh? Okay.
I need you to tighten up, homie. You're slipping. No pun intended. And then Damon. That's some nasty work, son. Yo,
The
that's some.
I hate that you
what is
keep
that?
saying he's the doctor, and I know he's the doctor, but I hate it.
Listen. Okay, the doctor. I mean, honestly, for the first two episodes, I kept really honestly seeing him as a doctor. I'm like, I just cannot believe this is Matt Smith and the doctor. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I really kept doing that.
No,
And then
don't feel bad, Laney. I was waiting for the TARDIS to show up.
He was like, "This can't be. This can't be. This is Amy
Maybe
Pond going to show up?
Maybe this is another one of his lives.
Yo, the doctor's gonna push this fight into pure fuckery. Ayo, Damon, a bad motherfucker.
If Reggie is him, so is Damon. Because my guy went to a whole island to fight the crab guy and walked out with half the body. He's like, no, I got this. I'll go by myself. Told his dragon. Left his dragon. Said, no.
Don't forget that he killed his wife.
Yeah.
Yo, on purpose. On purpose.
He was like, I'm gonna go to this island and I'm gonna handle business. And he did.
He went up there.
And then his dragon said, you know what am I sitting back here for? Let me go help his ass out.
The dragon got called like he was having a smoke break while dude was in there. I'm like,
he was pretty much like, y'all stay back, he got it. Don't worry, I'll go over there in a minute. So yeah, he about business, because you see what he said when he had to give her that news, and he's ready. He's 10 toes down. He ready.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, just say what you got to say.
Didn't it end on him actually going to the dragon? Like, let's go, basically.
I didn't get to last.
Because like right now I'm about to watch it. Like, I literally just finished watching the first episode again. I'm gonna binge watch it. But I remember like one of the last things that we saw was him going down to the depths and going for a dragon.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
It's up for everybody. Everybody.
And it's stuck.
Because she's pissed.
I'm wondering if this.
She's pissed.
I'm wondering after this season if this whole cast is even going to survive to be the third. Like,
you should read the book Fire and Blood. You should read that book immediately, even if you just skip to the part where this is all happening and the dance.
It sounds like a Sesame Street song.
I mean, it is up for
the Elmo part's coming right behind Kira.
So basically, we're gonna have a lot of funerals. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, there's no.
You can't have funerals if there's only ash.
There's gonna be body counts and a whole lot of soot.
Body yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
All I gotta say, them dragons gonna be like, we're gonna be eating good today.
So yeah, so it like so let me pull up Kira's notes again. So we've covered the mini suitors of Rhaenyra Targaryen, Kristen Cole, Laenor Armstrong, and Daemon. Daemon's wives, Lady Royce, Laena Valerian, Rhaenyra Targaryen, and now we go to Mayhem's corner.
Oh Lord.
Ayo. Mayhem.
I thought you were listing her as a wife.
Remember I said I'll see you tonight. I'm setting you up for the fall right now. So what are your thoughts?
I think
on the first.
I think it's terrible that what this show has done is set a bad example for young black men everywhere. That one black dude opened his mouth and spoke the truth. Spoke his truth. He spoke truth to power and was immediately executed.
However, his father knew when he seen all them drunk napkins, he said, well, I'm going to head my ass out the door. Goodbye.
You see white folks drinking, stay sober.
It's time to go.
Yeah. This ain't no place for me to be.
Absolutely not for me. Oh, shout out to Corlys Valerian. I see you, my guy. I see you. I'm watching and I'm waiting. Yo,
Mr. Toussaint.
Yeah, it's Mr. Toussaint. Mr. Toussaint, would you?
I will gladly brush up on my French.
I won't.
I can't. I don't have the nose. Poisson. Would you like
Omelette
a
du
poisson?
fromage.
Je m'appelle Christophe.
Je m'appelle Kel Chapeau. That's all I know. That's all I know. This is my hat.
You said this is my.
This is my hat.
She did, actually. I do remember that from 101.
Oh my
That's all I
God.
know. Oh,
Oh, also, it's extra crazy that
Stop
they
showing off,
they
Whoopi.
spun the block on the incest. Like it almost happened, and they was like, nah, we can't do this. Not because it's gross, just because I don't know, royalty
too young.
rules or whatever. And then
Before
like
they
a decade go by, and it's like, yeah, gross.
I mean,
Stupid.
They
I
should-
mean, you
they
know,
should have hired someone other than Matt Smith because you can't unsee that. The doctor smashed his niece.
it's better than twins smashing each other, sir.
That
You
part.
clearly did
Very
not watch
true.
Game of Thrones.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that
yeah. Did you
first
forget?
episode, that scene was graphic.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
That was
If you had
episode
to
one.
pick the lesser,
I
if
mean,
you had
a
to pick the
couple
lesser of
scenes.
two evils,
Right.
I mean, what's also terrible is I can also hear him explaining why it was okay because of something timey-wimey.
Jesus. Oh my
So
God.
it's ruining two things at once, and that's not okay.
You're now ruining my inner child, man. Just be quiet.
Oh my God. So we're going to take a break. We're going to be talking about the first two episodes of The Acolyte, which has just started to premiere tonight. The third episode has.
Shit.
I have also
So-
seen just as much of that. So get ready.
Stay tuned.
If I could have the Prince of All Saiyans help me with this next announcement.
Hey, want to see something cool? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Border. Thank you. Yes, so the Blurred's Eye View crew for a second year in a row has officially been approved for press at DreamCon, which means July 26th through 28th you can catch us in the Austin Convention Center. We'll be catching up with friends, catching up with our mutuals, hanging out with some of our favorite creators, going to press events, going to tournaments, getting to see some premieres, going to panels, going to see Deadpool and Wolverine because that drops the same weekend, as well as just seeing some of our favorites, giving them their flowers, and conducting interviews while we're there. If you're curious about last year's DreamCon or any previous con coverage we've done in the past, I highly recommend you please check out our interview playlist. That has all our previous con coverage on it, as well as all the cool sit-downs we've gotten to do. Thank you, DreamCon, once again for having us. Really looking forward to the big weekend. See y'all in Austin.
All right, we are back. Let me go over here. The Acolyte episodes 1 and 2 just premiered last week, and despite the haters, we're happy. Shout out to Amanda Steinberg and that crew. Lady Mandalore.
He's watching the show now.
Yes, she is. I know.
He's clocked out.
But
I'm
gonna
here.
grab-
I'm very here. Hi.
So, where were your first projection thoughts of episode 1 and 2?
I was very. What were my first thoughts? My first thoughts were I'm excited and open to the experience. I don't have a lot of. I couldn't have any prejudgments about this because it's a story that has not been told. We
Mm.
don't know too much about the characters. I think these are all original characters if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I believe so.
So there was no reason for me to hate it out the bat. There's no reason for me to fake rage clickbait any of this about any of this at all. I think this is a really good, strong start to a story. I think it's gonna be, it feels like it's gonna be a one-off. I can't imagine how they're gonna pull off a season 2, but the story's not done yet. But
Yeah.
I'm still
It's like 8
cautiously
episodes,
optimistic.
right? I think it's 8. Is it 8?
8.
Okay.
I think they, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. First of all, it's gorgeous. The scenery, the costumes, yeah, I like it. I have a lot more to say, but that's where I'm going to stop my rant.
Yes. Okay. Grill the horror. Go ahead, Lainey. What are your thoughts? Episodes 1 and 2.
Yep, I agree with that. I think I always say that anything that is outside of the Skywalker saga is good for Star Wars because I think that with expansion of new stories that is not on that will help actually grow. I know that if you read, it's kind of like what she was saying, if you read what they're talking about, this is mad that they're not telling that same story. So I need them to give it a chance. I think the one thing I wish that automatically I would have changed. I would not have made Amanda's character a twin.
Yeah.
I think
I seen that part coming. I did see that
dichotomy
part
of
coming.
like always having one who is absolutely bad and one who is good. I think that if they would have made it so that she just had to struggle, her character, and maybe I might be prejudging because again, we're only on episode 3. We don't know her arc, and oh my god, Kira, you're giving me scary. Stop making that
This
damn
is
face.
the
Are you
best
watching
fucking
something?
show. Oh my god, this is just okay. I'm gonna stop. It's on the title screen. Yo, B, they doing shit. Yo, Filoni, you know what the fuck you doing, my guy?
Do you have it
All right.
on in the background again?
Yes, she does. It's Tuesday.
You know she does.
Okay, it's
I
9 o'clock.
They're gonna
I
get
got,
you.
I got,
What's
I
the
got the
problem?
notification at 9 o'clock that it came out. She does.
Okay.
But nah, yeah, I just wish that we would have a character that does an actual struggle. I think other than Darth Vader, everybody else who did struggle was just like it wasn't a real struggle. I think that Anakin and Darth Vader was a struggle. I want to see that again. I do want to see that,
Does it
and
make me
then
a bad
actually have
captain
them
that I'm currently playing it right now?
and actually have them like win. Actually have her lose. I mean, so. That's just me.
I agree. I think a lot of the palm colored people are only upset because one, they don't see themselves. And mind you, if you see
Nowhere.
the title card
Napkins.
in the scrolling,
Nowhere.
it literally said it was 100 years before what we've known, and it was during a time of what? Peace. There was no reason to have any wars.
Are we trying to say without napkins there's no peace? Yes. Yes, we are. Should you be offended? Yes. Yes, you should. Do we care?
Don't care if you
Only-
Should,
only
No.
hit dogs holler.
Mhm.
the era should just be called like PP, pre or post Palpatine.
Really?
Yeah.
Post Palpatine, pre Palpatine.
How Palpatine return. So when does that actually start?
What
Sounds like a Star Trek pregnancy or something like that. I don't know. It sounds weird.
But see,
Palpatine.
this is something that, and I can honestly say this is something that the majority of Star Wars fans have stated that they want fresh stories, they want new stories, they want, there's so much history outside of the Skywalker storyline. It needs to be told, and it doesn't have to be Tatooine involved all the time. And I'm glad that we're getting some of this stuff that's outside the box. I think part of the reasons why movies like Han Solo failed, and this is something I heard on another podcast, when it comes to prequels, it's good when you hear certain, or it's good when you see certain stories that were mentioned play out, but then there's the filler. There's
Mhm.
what else do you fill in? You know, somebody said it came off like Han Solo's one bad day. So yeah, like it was like just one bad day, this things just happened. And so just another adventure. That doesn't make the movie horrible. It's just I get what you're saying. So when you get something outside of it, like the Acolyte, or you get something like the Bad Batch, or you get, you know, Star Wars Visions, seasons 1 and 2, you get these small fill-in stories, the Rogue Ones, Andor, you know, stuff like that. You get these fill-ins that have slight ties or no ties to what's going on in between. Like the reason why the Mandalorian is so great is because it's, even though it's tied to the saga, it's not relying.
It was new.
Yeah, it's new and it's not relying on the saga. You know, so
and I think
I'm
it started to
enjoying-
slow down once you started to do that too.
Yeah. So the beauty about the Acolyte is, and like you said, Lainey, I seen the twin thing coming. Like I started figuring it out. It didn't take long. But I said, okay, I figured that part out, but the rest I want to know, like, why is she doing it? Because we've seen something like this happen before with Ahsoka. You know, when they was just like, it wasn't me, I didn't do it, and then when they find we have to kick you out, and then when they realize she wasn't wrong, and then they're like, well, we invited you in, she's like, nope, you know what, I'm good.
You done fucked up, son. No, I see what time y'all on.
Right. You know, shout out to Hellspawn. He's you know, seeing the star, he's seeing the Jedi. He's like, the Jedi are the cops. You know, and I'm like, you're here, my son. You're here. You know,
and that is why the Jedi are corrupted. Anyway,
so Spartan.
That is traumatizing.
Keep going.
No, I said go ahead, Spartan.
No, I'm just going with that. Jedi are corrupted. Actually, the Jedi are just really Sith in different clothing.
Baby, say a word to the church.
Y'all are ruining my childhood.
I would love when they sit there and say, "No, the Jedi."
Yeah,
he said
just like what's his name? Yord.
I'm just saying.
Yord was such a diehard by the book Jedi. Like someone you trained with has made it to Jedi Knight, and you're so by the book that you can't see past the nose on your face. You was like, oh, she's guilty. She's your friend. Like,
or was
right. That's weird, dude. Like, even
you don't have any kind of thought outside. What is it? You don't have your own you can't self-direct, you can't self-govern. Like it's black or white. There's no in between. You don't have any recollection of how he was as a child.
He might be a red herring.
I mean, when I can't think of Daphne King's character, which is weird seeing her because I'm like, you're Laura, you're X-23. We've seen you grow up. That's weird. But even when she's of mind and she's the Padawan and she's of mind, she was like, we should do this and this, this and this. And her master's like, go with her plan. Because it's the smart plan. He was like, let her go in, let her do what she's got to do. No need us going there with guns drawn. Why? You know, this ain't that mission. This is recon. You know, you're trying to go in there and arrest and cause ruckus. Like, no, this ain't what we're doing. And so
I think
no, go ahead.
No, I was about to say I think he's a red herring. Because I think they will probably try to pull that we already have been introduced or are about to be introduced to her master or their masters. We just don't know yet. And I think he's a red herring to make you not like him and think that, oh, he might be that person and it's probably somebody else. Maybe the woman in green. That's my bet. That's my bet.
As far as what being the master for for Yord, you think Yord is that person?
That's my bet. I could be wrong.
No,
I'm not saying I'm right, but that's my bet.
No, I think what I predict for Yord is that he's going to have a much more visceral and adverse reaction to the way that the Jedi functioned. With
the woman in green. The woman in green is my bet.
Oh, okay. That's what I was
the woman in green. I didn't know her name. The woman in green. I said he's a red herring. The black guy is a red herring. The woman in green.
I don't think. I think he's gonna be on some fuck shit.
Yeah.
That's why I still think he's gonna have some kind of an adverse reaction to all of these revelations that's gonna come out about these two girls and their whole situation as to how they were brought in to the Jedi life.
Okay.
I think he's gonna absolutely be like, because their experience, what he experienced to come into the Jedi League is going to be leaps and bounds different from what these girls experience.
See what we're seeing. What we're seeing is one. Okay, now we figured out who's the one that's going to be going around taking out a certain group of Jedi. We figured that part out. Now the question is, why didn't one think the other was dead? And why is this one taking out these certain group of Jedi? That's the story that's going to need to be told at this point.
And what are we doing for 6 episodes now that half the hit list is gone in the first 2?
Thank you.
Now,
thank you.
So because now you find out one, what happened whenever this had to happen when they were young. This had to happen when they were young. 2, which one did what? Because did all of them do it, or they were just together and it was just by proxy, guilty by association?
Wait, is this Star Wars? I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Pretty much.
No, it's not that bad.
There is a story being told, though.
If there wasn't a flashback to what happened beforehand, I'm like, this is kind of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Just
the one.
No, there it's
just missing the guy with the hook.
It's being better told.
It's the one that had Brandy in it, so we all watched
it.
That one was horrible. At least the first one was good.
So yeah, I'm
Myers and Busta Rhymes. I still laughed.
So the whole obviously the discussion isn't about the so-called hate, because there is none. And for the record, Amanda Steinberg is extremely talented. She's played the Star Wars theme. She's classically trained. She's played the Star Wars theme for John Williams on violin. So I'm like, oh,
hey, Rue.
Yeah, right. I'm like, oh, you out here.
Kara, would you like to buy a vowel?
Kara, you need to stop with that face, yo.
No, this is okay. So the whole, remember when Palpatine tempted Anakin, or how Palpatine tempted Anakin? God damn it, Shimmy. The thing, I think the thing. Yeah. Oh, huh? What? Heavies? What?
Emmys. Trey. Comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck. I think they're alluding to what Palpatine used to draw Anakin to the dark side. I think they are showing.
Congratulations on your nom for the by the way, for the Emmy, and hope you win, my guy.
Right.
Yeah, man. This episode is good. Good.
Girl.
I'm not even halfway in, and they showing some shit.
I'm sorry, it's just Jodie Turner Smith is just drop dead gorgeous.
Captain, I feel like you need to end Tuesdays and Thursdays early a little bit, like a month, because on Tuesdays it's gonna be Acolyte, and on Thursdays it's gonna be The Boys. And damn it, Lady Mandalore, when it's Sunday come along, you better end by 9 so we can get off and watch.
No, I'm wrapping up. No. This will be. Let me explain to you how much I'm pressing for an hour, and we are dipping. I am not trying to be on there. I got to pre-prep. I got to pick out my bottle of wine.
We tapping out. We're literally gonna top out at 9:45. We clearing this one today. We are clearing this one today. I'm telling you. So, but yeah, I like what Filoni is pulling together. Let that man cook.
Can you get that child off? Put your damn camera.
Mute your face, girl.
Sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Chris.
Your
I
face
can't
too
even.
damn loud.
Thank you.
Not you, Obi.
Cut it. This is
For a
how
minute, I
this
thought
works.
Lane was talking to one of her kids.
I was like,
thought-
what? Like,
I
what
thought
did
Lane
you
was
do?
talking to one of her kids for a second. Like that was
First of all,
random.
one of her kids, I got
I was like, what did y'all do this time?
Sit down and fix your face.
Yes, that is
but-
true. Fix your face.
No, but the man is let this man cook. He's been putting together. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. My wife has never watched or cared to watch Star Wars, and when she, of her own volition, chose to watch Bad Batch,
It's not a bad entry.
Welcome to the club, baby.
Give her Clone Wars. I mean, give her Clone Wars.
yeah,
But
I'm like, and then she
hurts.
seen the trailer for Acolyte, and she's like, oh, that looks like it's gonna be good. I'm like,
You started to sing the soundtrack.
are you right now?
You started to sing the "Come with Me to a World of Imagination."
Right.
Listen,
I got a whole dance number set up, waiting, just waiting for this. You don't know. So, but that says a lot when you have people who've never seen Star Wars, but we don't hold you out the pasture like we used to, because see, now you're seeing these separate stories. Acolyte is one of them. It doesn't have to tie into the main universe like it used to. What you got, man?
No, I just thought about why the Palm protesters could be upset, because you know how like when they were like,
you thought about it. We know why they're upset.
that
no,
part.
But I'll let you cook.
I worked around into their reasoning,
protesters.
because you know how like they didn't like Haley because like scientifically you can't be a mermaid and be black because like there ain't no sun down there. It's the same thing, right? Because like in
Hold on,
space,
wait, stop. I'm gonna embody Hellspawn, because he said it before. He was like, mermaids ain't real. He said it. It's like when you say scientific, they ain't real. No, but go ahead.
I believe it's a portion of the population that may not have an understanding of like multiple suns existing. So like out in deep space, they mad far from the sun. So why would anybody have melanination? Is, you know, the Palm protesters' principal problem. Alliteration, y'all hope.
Then explain all the other.
I mean, with the whole alliteration.
I mean, the queen had to be a correct color because in every version she saw that ship coming and just didn't move.
I mean, jeez.
Like the explanation they gave was like, "Oh, look, a boat, duck, swim, shift left, shift right, press E to do action, something."
wait.
And then
Wow.
we lost your mother that day. I'm like, did the whole boat make her explode? Like,
Jeez. So I like what they're putting together. I like that it's introducing new people. I like that there are new fans being brought in on board. And damn, we're gonna wrap up. So, and that is getting to this point where we are. You don't have to know any of the main stuff. You don't need to know Vader or Skywalkers or the Solos or any. You don't really need to know that. You're telling something completely new. You know, I can sit back and just because I'm a fan of Star Wars, I can say that. But when I see stuff like what was that? Rebel Moon. When I see the influence. But you're just like, oh, I want to tell the story, but I'm going to tell it a certain way. I'm like, dude, it looks like Star Wars and Dune. That's what it looks like. With a lot of slow motion. And not saying that a lot of sci-fi films like that aren't influenced by Star Wars. Of course they are. And Dune.
But Rebel Moon was taken in a completely different direction. It should never been made.
Yeah. That could have been a series. You could have just cut that to a series. You didn't have to. I mean,
he's revolutionizing the trilogy.
No, that's what Filoni's doing. Filoni's doing the revolutionizing. Snyder's still trying to tell the Justice League movie. Nobody cares anymore.
So were the prequels like our strongest generation of Force users? I keep thinking like we're religiously removed from having the strongest powers, and I feel like I've been wrong this whole time because Lainey talking to us, we can't hear you.
You muted, baby.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I actually was talking to Jay. I was listening, but I was just telling Jay. I was like, I think we need to watch Acolyte as soon as we get off. I wasn't talking to him. My fault.
Okay, but yeah, like when I see them use the
Force,
ready to. Like, I'm just like, are we in like the baby years of the Force, or is it like?
Yes.
Is it like,
no, it's complicated.
They haven't been to temple recently. That's the problem. They need to reconnect with the great Force Jesus. That's
great
Force. Maloney's trying to tell you.
Is it like peaceful times makes for like weak children? Like, is it? Because when the first girl gets her comeuppance, I'm just like, okay, but you couldn't. Like we cut to one girl who can't block two swords, but at the same time, this next dude can create a whole force field and probably not eat or talk for 10 years.
He went through the entire training to become a Jedi. The girls did not. The good twin got kicked out, and then the bad twin, who the fuck knows where she learned all her shit, but she's clearly not as exposed to all of the inner workings as much as the Jedi have let the other Padawans that are under their care go through.
Jedi and Sith are two sides of the same coin.
She still could not punch past the Mr. Mind wall. That was she had to go back to the apothecary and do a whole homebrew, and then do a Riddler scenario.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna find out more tonight because it's that special time. It's that special time.
Wrap up protocol initiated, Captain.
All right, Kira, give us the quick sign off so we can go watch Star Wars.
You can find me here. You can find me on the internet out there, TikTok, Instagram, Spill app, which is actually really fun. I also do voiceover acting. I have I'm working on some stuff. Please find me on YouTube and Twitch on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would like to correct my earlier statement about the thing that Palpatine used in order to draw Anakin in. I am incorrect. They are actually trying to allude to how Anakin was even made. Good night.
Oh, shit.
Maybe
let's go.
Maybe we stop bringing traumatized kids into the religions. Maybe find like a Jedi kid.
They discussed that as well. They discussed
that.
Maybe
find a Jedi kid with like a.
Go ahead, Lainey. You're muted though.
Okay, I'm Lainey, Geek by Heart. You can find me, me and my husband on Geek by Heart, YouTube, TikTok, IG.
Oh, that's okay. I was thrown. I was completely thrown.
Here, all platforms. I do clips for this stuff Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you, DreamCon, for the invitation for accepting this for a second time. Interviews coming from MomoCon. Stephanie Williams is out now. Claudia McDoom is out now. For those who don't know, that's the guy I'm stomping around with in the opening credits. Anidas Quinones is out this weekend. AJ Beckles next week. Check out issue 1. Subscribe to Blurred Station.
Right, all right.
And everyone else's channels is on the home tab.
You know, black people. Find me at Mayhem Media on all platforms. Check out blurredeyeview.org. I'm the editor-in-chief over there. I keep it looking nice and post all of Spartan's 101 wrestling articles that he writes every day. I don't want to waste y'all time. Go watch The Acolyte, but take care of your mental health. Take your meds. Take your PTO. Take a deep breath. Let that shit go. We out.
Spartan.
All right. Black_Spartan 615. Shows can be found there. Links can be found there. Apparently I write a lot. Respect your cosplayers. Wash your ass. Don't be a dick. Watch The Acolyte.
Hey.
Man on the Wall, Chris Fury, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time here, go show your love on the YouTube channel. Check us out on Always Press Record through your Roku and Amazon Fire devices. Check us out on Blurred Station. Go sign up. You're gonna miss out if we do once that app launches. Listen to us wherever you listen to your podcasts. And as always, remember to respect the game. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Check us out Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitch, and IG for an hour on IG anyway. And until then, go watch The Acolyte because that's what we're getting ready to do. See you guys later.
Bye.